presenting problems for you?
Well, it's fast-paced again. They call a lot of the shots from the sidelines. They're in multiple formations with their personnel, so they'll be in, they'll have three backs in the football game, but they won't always be in a three-back set. So, defensively preparing for those, you just have to prepare for the different looks. They do run that wishbone type stuff, so you're going to have to make sure that you're taking everything away, the dive, the quarterback, and the pitch, which is something that a lot of the academies run. Defensively, they're going to create some pressure and try to play man. And then what they do up front is they're not a big movement football team, but when they bring pressure, of course, there's movement. And then special teams wise, I mean, again, they're sound with what they do. They run a punt look that's a lot like the team upstate's look. So it's stuff that we have to prepare for against anybody, but I still think it comes down to what we do. We have to take care of what we control.
What's the first couple of things? Looking back at last week, what things you want to get cleaned up?
Well, tackling. It was over off of missed tackles. It was over 225 yards, I believe. That was 228 yards after a missed tackle that Arizona State got on us. So of course our tackling is something that we've stressed again this week. And then I think offensively is not turning the football over. We've got to maintain our maintain what we're doing and not force the football in certain situations. Just hit your outlet.
Wide receivers, what do you want to see improve from them?
Well, we're continually trying to, depth is a major issue there, just with the numbers of players that we have. So, we continually trying to improve every day we step out there at every position. But we just don't have a lot of depth at wide receiver right now.
So you got Miles doing some more things again?
Well, with the situation at quarterback, it kind of limits what you can do with Miles then, because we want to make sure that he's getting enough reps at quarterback also. So he's still getting some of the slot and running back reps, but majority of the stuff he's doing right now is quarterback.
But as Nate gets better, Miles probably shift more.
Sure,
outside.
exactly right. And we always talked about Terry possibly doing some of that too, but Terry hasn't been totally healthy throughout camp. So he hasn't been able to get some of those reps at wide receiver that we've always talked about doing. So we've got to maintain, first and foremost in college football, you got to stay healthy. I mean, that's the biggest and most important thing we got to do.
Justin Green, you plan on getting him over there at all, or do you just like him on D?
Right now we just have him on D and possibly be returning some kickoffs for us. But we have not put him over on offense yet.
Fans always want to air it out, but it's kind of the intermediate game that you're kind of missing to stretch the D a little bit. And how do you fix that?
Yeah, I mean, creating levels and everybody wants to air it out or whatever, but we've got to do what we can do and what we're capable of doing. We've got a young offensive line that we're having some protection problems on our quarterbacks. Our quarterbacks are getting hit too much, and then we've got some youth at wide receiver and not a whole bunch of depth there. So we've got to, continue finding ways that we can, stretch the football downfield in intermediate passing attack or short passing attack is what we've got to look at.
Coach, any changes at punter? You looking to push?
Right now we're third in the conference in punting, so I mean third or fourth, right in there with net punting. So I think he's punted extremely well. He just got to, he's got to place the football better.
Mm-hmm.
So. Right now, I mean, I think Justin, with what we're doing, we're averaging over 39 yards net.
Mm-hmm.
Last year it's tremendously better than it was last year, but we can still get better at everything.
Do you like the group you have at offensive line last game?
Yeah, those are the guys that, we look, you have to have Graham and Hugh in there, and then, Simon played a little bit more tackle when we had Heinz at guard and Karras at guard. Alex Hill played a little bit of guard in that football game, and Feldmeyer played a little bit of center, just so that we can, again, the more as the season progresses, the fresher you try to keep your guys, and if you're only playing 5 offensive linemen all the time, they're going to start wearing down. There's no question about it. So we have to continually push our second team to get better and better.
Compared to where he's
see out of Nate today?
You know, again, he handled a 2-minute drill for us early in practice. I thought he did very well with that. You know, I think that he's progressing with his ankle. He's much further than he was last week. His Thursday practice last week was decent, but you can see that he's progressed, you know, these last 2 days.